Sorry if I'm out of focus. I just want to say, it doesn't matter what you do, because everything is a lesson, and you see that on psychedelics. You can look at a stick and see the profound meaning within that. You can look at the sky, you can look at an airplane, your thoughts, anything. So if we apply that to how we experience the world not on psychedelics, we can see that we're constantly being blessed by these lessons. And we're here to learn, and it doesn't matter, like I said, what you do. You're always receiving everything you need to. And imagine if we were so perceptive to this idea that absolutely everything we experienced was a way of transcending. And not to say that transcending is to leave this body and then go into a different galaxy or whatever, but transcending is to just be this human and be fully content and know that it is eternal. It cannot die. The body gets old and withers away, but we're going nowhere. And I've seen so much through my constant... I always want to transcend, and I have to see where that was coming from, and it was through escapism. It's because I wasn't content as a human. I couldn't handle it anymore. And the ultimate transcendence is being totally content with everything. To think that we'll be here for millions of more years in this human body and be totally content with that. It is to find that space of neutrality, to not see it as good or bad, but just to see it as pure existence itself. To live in the breath, to live in the awareness of God, of self-realization, and to be totally okay with everything. To allow yourself to feel, to be depressed, to be happy, and to not be attached to it. To see they're all waves. Like I always say, it's all a wave. I thought it was really interesting how I was sitting in my hammock and how the world above me was floating around, that I was experiencing reality in my own hemisphere, my own bubble, that it was happening to me because I wasn't moving. And I realized that's like all of us, we're in our hemispheres, our bubbles, and whatever passes us is our reality. But sometimes what passes another person has never passed us, and that's still their reality. And I know I'm making this more complex than it needs to be, but truth is really what you make it. Where does truth even stem from? If we define truth as words, as knowledge, then it's surely going to fade away. Truth should be about how you feel inside, how it makes you feel, and how it allows you to be open to others. I'm about to sneeze. So if our truth makes us feel like we can't accept others and we must deny others, shouldn't we question the truth, not the other? Isn't that the truth? I'm sounding like a little, like, acid head over here, but I'm just speaking some things that have always been inside of me that I've just never been able to formulate. And that's the thing with psychedelics, is it's not like you're tapping into this new knowledge or anything. It's always there. It's just, it allows you to calm your senses, to be in touch with yourself, for you to grasp onto all of these truths that you know so deeply, and to be able to express them without fault. It's no wonder why so many people feel like they awaken when they take psychedelics. It's because they're finally coming into who they are. They're starting to realize that they're these powerful divine beings, and they always have been. It's a medicine, and I know that there will be a time, there already is a time because I'm living it, where these psychedelics won't be needed anymore. That I convinced myself, I'm sorry, this is off topic, I convinced myself that for so long there's no difference between me and the psychedelic, and there really isn't. But then I realized one day, I was talking to my brother, he's smoking a cigarette, and I said the exact same thing. I said, there's no difference between you and the cigarette, so why do you have to extend yourself to objectify it, make it separate, because you're almost denying the fact that it's you. And it made sense with the cigarette, but now it's making sense with psychedelics. If it is truly I, why would I need to ingest such a thing if it's already inside? That's externalizing it. That doesn't mean I don't have gratitude for this medicine. It doesn't mean that I won't ever take psychedelics again. It just means that I've seen a new side of me. But now I think I'm just gonna sit here under a tree and receive the wisdom from the tree, rather than my idea of what wisdom is. I also this is gonna be hard for me. Sorry, I also want to sing you guys a song. And right before I left Idaho, I sang this. And I've always sung this as a little child when I was scared, but I'm not scared now. I just like to sing it to remind myself of who I am. My church, oddly enough, used to teach us this as kids. And excuse my voice, but it goes, I am a child of God, and He has sent me here, has given me an earthly plan, with parents kind and dear. Lead me, guide me, walk beside me, help me find the way. Teach me all that I must do to live with Him someday. It's hard to not try to express everything that I experienced in the past. I don't know how long it's been, but I want so badly to tell you everything that's happened, all of this new knowledge, but that's denying the present moment. So all I can do right now is be here, and whatever comes to me will be shared, and is meant to be shared for this moment, and the ones in the past are gone. It's like I get filled with so many questions, and then the minute I ask them, it's this blanket of relief that comes over me. It's like it says, "Oh, dear child, you don't need to ask. You already know." I'm starting to realize how much power I behold, and yet how gentle I am in nature. And this constant duality of my mind and my heart is what keeps me balanced, is what keeps me grounded and in the heavens. And I've really seen that I've been blessed from my own incarnation to be under the stars and to have the sign of a Gemini, the twins, because I need that balance. I'm a person, well, I'm going to go too far on one end. And so to be totally grounded here on earth and to always be in communion with God as well, that's what coming home is. It's to not leave this place. That's all state of mind. It's to create the Garden of Eden here, now. And that to see you've never left that Garden of Eden. It's all around. Always. This could totally not be recording. And it is. So you can see the Garden of Eden. We're really blessed. Children of the light we are. We are also children of the darkness. But that's beautiful too. Everything that I can see in others is in myself. The fear that I see in others is my fear. You can get caught on that for a while and feel pitiful or sad. But then you can also remind yourself the light I see in others is also mine. Because I honor others and see such beauty in them. Saying those words, that light belongs in me too, really allows me to feel my own divinity, and I hope it allows. See, I don't even know who you is at this point. My future self to also feel that divinity. There's no escaping. Just sit here, be with yourself for the first time in your life. Try not to distract yourself. Even me speaking and recording is a distraction, of course. Everything I do can be made a distraction. So, what is the ultimate non-distraction? Acceptance, remembrance, forgiveness, and of course the understanding of grace. We are all here as one to remind each other of what it is that we truly desire, what home is, what love is, what compassion is. Without other, without duality, without darkness and light, we wouldn't be able to have this experience. We wouldn't feel the richness of these moments. Instead, we would just melt into them. But we as humans have chosen to have a mortal experience because we want to feel the richness of all that is. Because we all know before we were humans, we were all things. There was no differentiation between you and me and that tree and I and the sky and the bird and the sky and the waters beneath. We had fun with that for a while, but we've had to come to the realization that we've chosen to have a separate experience. But the more and more we come to contentment, we are finding ourselves melting back into that oneness. Soon enough there will be no we, no I, no they, no me, no you. But for now, here we are. Just be content. It's the only thing you can do. Be content. There's nowhere to go, nothing to be, no one to be, nothing to change. It's all here now. Always was, always will be. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you, wind. Thank you, trees. Thank you, earth. Thank you, Krishna and Christ and Ganesh. Thank you, me. Thank you, you. I choose love for me and for you. I choose